All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. For this video, we're going to talk about how to hit a draw versus a fade. You're going to need these for different shots out on course. So we're really going to work on what are the different setups that we're going to do for them. So Coach Nick, what we're going to talk about first is we're going to talk about why I have this yellow alignment stick in my hand and why we have that orange one on the ground.
Okay.
So the orange one is going to be pointing towards our target line, right? Now this yellow one, we're going to put on our feet plane. So I want you to kind of set up to this golf ball how you would normally set up.
Okay.
Perfect. So what I'm going to do with this alignment stick here is I'm going to put this down on the ground. Now for everyone at home, what you're going to notice is the yellow and the orange alignment stick are parallel. That is really good, and that's going to help us hit our regular shot, right? Our straight ball, or maybe you have a slight fade or slight draw. But what we're going to work on here today is to kind of show you the difference between a very dramatic draw and a very dramatic fade here, right? So Coach Nick, go ahead, set up with your normal shot here.
Yep.
And what we're going to do is we're going to try to hit a fade first, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of move this alignment stick to where your lead foot is going to be dropped back. So go ahead and drop your lead foot back.
Okay.
And we're going to kind of show them that now the alignment stick is pointing left of our target line, okay? A few things to note here with that. When the alignment stick points left of our target line, that means our feet plane is going to be pointing left of the target line, right? We also want to kind of adjust our shoulders and the rest of our body so it's all to the left here, okay?
Yep.
Very nice. Now the last thing we're going to talk about here, Coach, is where is this ball position going to be? Do we want it in our normal stance where it's in the middle? Do we want it more front, or do we want it back?
Yeah, so for this shot, we're going to put it more towards my lead foot, which is my left foot. So we're moving it up in our stance here.
Very nice. Now the last thing here, Coach, when we are in swing, what are our thoughts going to be here?
Yeah, so my big thought when I'm trying to hit a fade is I'm trying to get the club more outside to in on a swing path. So I'm feeling like I'm taking the head of the club out away from my body on the backswing, and then on the downswing, I'm trying to pull it back in towards my feet line.
Very nice. And then the last thing is that face control. With this shot, where do we want that face to be pointing?
Yeah, so I want that face to be, it's going to be pointing left of my original target line, but it's going to be open overall.
Yeah, very nice.
Yep.
All right, so Coach, let's go ahead and see it here.
All right.
Very nice. That's exactly what we were looking for, right? It
Yeah.
might have started a little to the right, but that's okay because it still went to the right, okay? We're not always going to hit those perfect shots, and that's what we want to talk about here is that's not your normal setup, right? We set it up to hit a very, very big kind of fade, or maybe even, in a sense, a hook, right?
Yep.
Or sorry, a slice, sorry. And so, you know, you're not used to that. So when we're making these swing changes, it might be challenging at first to where you're not used to it and you're like, man, I'm really getting tired of this. Don't be tired of it, right? That's part of the process, and you have to keep, you know, working towards it and inching towards it each time, okay?
Yeah, I'd say for that shot, I mean, felt really hard for me to bring it outside to in. It's very uncomfortable and not what I normally do, so that was a big change for me.
Yeah.
I didn't hit the best shot I've ever hit, but it's just one of those things I know I got to keep practicing, and eventually it's going to get more comfortable.
Most definitely.
And, you know, I'd say to everyone watching, you know, when you're doing this on your own time, you really want to try and exaggerate, you know, the feeling and just try and really exaggerate it. I promise you what you're feeling is not what you're actually going to be looking like on camera.
Exactly. Now, Coach, what we're going to do is we're going to do the complete opposite this time. So we're going to start out with our normal setup. Lines are going to be parallel here.
Okay.
Very nice. Now, Coach, with this alignment stick, what are we going to do this time?
Yeah, so we're going to do the complete opposite. I like to put it back in my stance first with the draw, so closer towards my right foot, my back foot. And then I'm going to drop that foot back.
Very nice. So now when we adjust this alignment stick, that alignment stick is now going to be pointing towards the right of our target line.
Yep.
Now, Coach, in-swing thoughts here.
Yeah, my in-swing thought is on my backswing. I'm trying to pull the club head back towards my body, and then on the downswing, I'm going to swing it out almost to, you know, to right field on a baseball field.
Very nice. So we're going to go inside to out with that swing path. All right, Coach, let's go ahead and see it.
All right, let's see if I can give it a go.
Very nice. Started out to the right, slightly drawing back to the left.
Yep.
Very nice shot there. Coach, which one of those felt easier to you? What were your in-swing thoughts? And, just give me a little feedback.
Yeah, the draw definitely was easier for me. I'd try and naturally draw the ball.
Okay.
My stock shot is kind of a higher, maybe falls over right to left draw shape. So that one's way easier for me to try and pull off a big slinging draw shot. I'd say just for the fade, again, I just need to practice a lot more because it's a total 180 of everything I've ever done. But I thought just the feeling of getting the club head away from my body and then swinging back towards it down the feet line, I think that was the biggest help for me.
Yeah, most definitely. And we did see it that it did,
Yeah.
it started left and then went right. So, the technique worked.
Yeah.
We just have to work on that technique more, right?
Definitely.
Very nice. Well, everyone, I hope that you really enjoyed this video and you learned something on how to hit a draw versus a fade. Coach Nick's going to sit here and practice on his fade shot a little more. But before that, Coach Nick.
Yeah, make sure if you like this video and you learned something, go down and give us a subscribe and make sure you give a like on the video. I'm going to keep practicing the fade shot.